Hi, I'm Andrew. I was just thinking as I just left the supermarket before about when I had a lot of intrusive thoughts when I was in public. Uh, I used to just pick up on what I thought people were thinking about me, whether it was true or not. It was just my perception, and it was very intrusive. It would be just thinking, oh, people are thinking this about me. They're watching me. Or I was a bit paranoid, I guess, in a way too. But it was quite a anxious type feeling, and I had to think back, to when I had all these problems, the types of thinking I would have had. But rather than focusing on that, what I want to share with you is more about what I ended up doing to uh, counteract that. So I started just thinking to myself and focusing on, as I was walking around the supermarket, is just telling myself in my mind, I am peaceful, I am calm, and I am relaxed. But I would say it too, with that sort of sense of feeling it, and I'd feel it in my body. Like I would start to notice, hey, I'm a bit tense in my shoulders. So I'd think, oh, tense. So I would try to emulate that feeling too in my body, to think I am peaceful, I am calm, and I am relaxed. And thoughts initially might come too, like thinking, no, you're not. Your own thinking is, oh, no, you're not this at all. But it's a persistent thing. You just keep on doing it. It's an affirmation, really. Of what you're wanting to feel. And sometimes it seems like these things aren't really working. That's why we need to repeat these type of, I guess, practices over and over again. And the reason is, the way I sort of describe this to people is, if you've, ever had like a cup of tea or coffee or whatever it is, some sort of warm drink, and you might be putting sugar in it or something, and you start stirring it, one way, and you can start stirring it really, really fast one way, and all the water gets a lot of momentum, and it creates this sort of vortex in the middle, like what's called centrifugal forces being pushed outwards. But then when I'm spinning it this way really, really fast, and then all of a sudden I decide to start spinning it the other way, it all just sort of comes to a crashing sort of halt eventually. Like it sort of doesn't just turn automatically. The flow of the water doesn't just turn automatically the other direction. It takes a moment to sort of recalibrate, going the opposite direction. But as it does that, it all just sort of crashes back into that vortex, goes and all comes crashing. It's a bit chaotic for a moment, and then it will take the new direction as you keep going that way. Now our mind is somewhat like that. Our thinking, our thoughts are like that. A lot of negative thinking is just that spinning the other way, and then we want to go the other way, and it doesn't just take immediately. It takes time, okay, but it's being persistent. And even with the negative thoughts saying it's this is no good, it's worthless doing this, it's pointless, no, you are this thing, negative thing, whatever it may be, you just ignore that, right? Just keep going. But I found this to be very helpful for me walking around the supermarket. Just keep telling myself I'm peaceful, I'm calm and relaxed, and keep coming back to that, and bringing my focus off of other people's glances on me, my thoughts, perceptions, whatever they were at the time. It's challenging to think back what it was like for me to going through that. But I do vaguely remember, having that sort of experience in a lot of the time when I was out in public, and I would be essentially refocusing my mind off of those things that, again, a lot of the time they're just perceptions, subjective. Or maybe a person here and there may think something, but who cares? I mean, there's a wonderful thing in the book, the 𝗘𝗺, and I remember when I first read this many, many years ago, I ended up printing it out, this quote, and putting it on my refrigerator, and it was this. It said, think of what it was verbatim the best I can, care about other people's approval and you'll be their prisoner. And that's so true, that if we allow our thoughts, our actions, and that to be controlled because of our fear of what other people might be thinking, well, we've become a prisoner to their thinking, to their thought, to their judgments, right? And we don't want that at all. We want to get to a place where it's not affected by any of that stuff. And you can get there. I've done it. You can do it too. So, and this is what I want to create these videos to help you with that. A little bit of time, adding little bits in here that I can share with you. And another thing I often do, I do this still now than just in the past, but was to, again, direct your attention when you're out. Like I love it when I walk into a supermarket and first thing you generally walk into when you walk in is the fruit and vegetable area department. And I just look at it and just think, wow, what incredible abundance, having this, well, at least in our country, just all of these, fruit and bananas and, vegetables and whatever it is. And I look around and think, there is so much, we have so much, right? And I'm not saying that, I'm well aware that a lot of things that are on the shelves aren't particularly healthy or good for us. But even then, I'm aware of that and think, well, I'm still grateful that that's even an option at all, that we have that. And, just changing the way you look at things, starting to refocus your attention on what we actually do have and think, wow, this is really rich. I'm very, very fortunate, very blessed to have all these wonderful things in my life. It's not just for me, it's everybody. Most people don't see it. But we start to change our perception and start to notice what's around us. And it'll help to shift any kind of negative thinking through practice and start to see what's good in the world. Actually, a lot in my life, it's, I guess, a part of what people might call, the practice of gratitude. And, I've got a bit to say about that too, but I won't go too far in this video. But really, this video was really about just showing you a way to sort of to keep telling yourself something when you're out in public to counteract that sort of negative thinking that we can often get when we've got, unhealthy thought processes and patterns. And going back to that analogy of the stirring the cup, well, that's what we've got. So, but we need to also be very aware about how much negativity comes into our day. And there's actually a lot more than people realise in different forms, many different forms. So we need to make a conscious effort to be as positive as we can. And I'm not saying positivity just going to solve all your problems. No, of course not. There's still work to be done a lot of time. But we need to make an effort in our own lives to cultivate a healthy lifestyle. Okay, so I'm not taking away, again, I'm not taking away from the aspect of traumas that happen in our lives. That's a very big part of a lot of time with mental health, no doubt about it. But then we do all these other things in our life that doesn't help towards it. It actually cultivates more of what we don't want, like experiencing this terribleness and feelings that we don't want. So, things like I mentioned before in other videos, like food. Food is a really big one. Becoming very aware of how food affects us, our moods and things like that. And that's the thing. A lot of it comes down to initially awareness. Like, okay, when I did this thing, and then, sometimes you might have a feeling first. Like you think, okay, I don't feel very good. I've got this emotion. I feel down now, or whatever it might be. Why? What happened before that? What did I do? Did I eat something? Did I speak to somebody? Did I go somewhere? And if so, what were the triggers? What was really going on? And actually becoming very, very aware of that. That's a really big, important part of all of this, because these triggers in time you'll find are very useful to tell you and teach you about areas that you need to look at to heal. And that's really what they are. Anytime, let's call them what they are. It's pain. A lot of time it's pain, emotional pain in this context. We do feel it physically too, but it's pain. And pain is always there to show us something, to get our attention for some reason, for healing usually. Even physical pain, like if you cut yourself really badly and there's pain, or break a bone or whatever it is, it's the pain there is your body's way of telling you, we need to do something over here. Oh, I'm getting your attention. I'm trying to show you. And it's the same with emotional pain. That's just our body. It's an incredible thing that it's showing us, again, an area that we need to delve into and look at. And look, I know most people are pretty pain avoidant in one way or another. We do it too, even just with like headaches. People go, I've got a headache, I'll pop a pill. It's like, well, that's only treating the symptoms. What was the cause to begin with? And lots of reasons why people can have headaches, but just trying to stuff down the symptoms is not really getting you anywhere, ultimately, at all. So, anyway, you could really spend some time thinking about how you could piece together something you could tell yourself when you're out as well. Just going back to the thing when you're in public, that would work for you. I said I like to say I am peaceful, I am calm, and I am relaxed. And I said I just feel it in my body. So you might find something that works for you, that you want to focus on, how you want to feel. There might be some other words you'd like to feel and experience. Then notice your body where it's tense. Okay, I'm going to relax that because I am peaceful, calm, and relaxed. That's the whole point. It's affirming it, then feeling your body, becoming noticing in your body how your body feels. It's really important. Anyway, I'm going to leave this here. I hope it's of some use to you, and I look forward to next time I make a video. And as I always say, if you've got any questions or comments, just please leave them below, and I'll get back to you with anything I can. All right, have a great day, great night, wherever you are.